All right, this is station number 3, which is angle relationships. Our first question reads, the measure of angle CJZ is 216 degrees. So I suggest that you highlight CJZ. CJZ. So that's the big angle. That's this whole thing. It's 216 degrees. Or 216 degrees. We need to find the value of x. Well, they've given us this information. CJA is 39x plus 4 degrees, and AJZ is 17 degrees. So we know that if we add those, 39x plus 4, that's our first part of that angle, plus the other part of our angle is 17. The whole angle, the whole big one, is 216 degrees. And now we have an equation to solve for x. 4 plus 17 is 21, plus 39x, okay, equals 216. So then we're going to subtract 21 from each side. Now we're just doing algebra. $39x equals 5, 8, 1 divided by 39. So x equals 5. So we check, we've answered the question, find the value of x. X equals 5. Good. Number 2. BT, this ray, bisects ABC. Find the value of x. So here's angle ABC. So if we know that BT has bisected that angle, we know that these angles, these two parts, are going to be equal to each other. So 3x plus 13 is equal to 5x minus 7. Once we have the equation, we just solve it using our algebra. Minus 3x on each side, and I get 13 equals 2x minus 7. Gonna add 7. So 20 equals 2x because this cancels. Divide by 2. So x equals 10. All right, number 3 reads, angle 1 and 2 are supplementary angles. And we know that means then the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 has to equal 180. That kind of helps me to write that right away. If I know that the measure of angle 1 is 4y plus 7, I'm going to substitute that value in, 4y plus 7. And I know the measure of angle 2 is 9y plus 4, 9y plus 4. They want us to find what is the measure of angle 2, but first I need to find out what does y equal. And then we can substitute that value in to find what the measure of angle 2 is. So now I have to combine like terms. 4 plus 9 is 13y, plus 11 equals 180. Subtract 11 from each side. This cancels, so 13y equals 169 divided by 13 on each side. And I have y is equal to 13. But we're not done because the question asked, what is the measure of angle 2? It didn't ask for what y is. Well, we know that the measure of angle 2 is 9y plus 4 is the measure of angle 2. So now we substitute our value of y where we have the y in this expression. 9 times 13 plus 4 is what the measure of angle 2 is. So the measure of angle 2 is equal to 121. Okay, and our last one, number 4, reads, ABC, angle ABC and angle DPC are a linear pair. Okay, so if you draw a diagram, and we know that they're a linear pair, A, B, C, and D, B, C, they are a linear pair. You see how I drew the diagram. The measure of ABC is 3x plus 19, and the measure of DBC is 7x minus 9. What are the measures of each of those angles, angle ABC and DBC? Well, if you look at the diagram right away, you see that this linear pair has to add to 180. So we're going to set up our equation. 3x plus 19 plus 7x minus 9 equals 180. Combine like terms, 10x plus 10 equals 180. Subtract 10 from each side. 10x equals 170, and we're going to divide both sides by 10. So x equals 17. But we're not done, because the question asked us to give them the measures of ABC and DBC. So we need to take those expressions. The measure of angle ABC is 3x plus 19. So we need to substitute that 17 in where the x is, 3 times 17, and add 19, which equals 70. So the measure of angle ABC is 70 degrees. Let's do the measure of angle DBC, which we knew is DBC was 7x minus 9, substituted in our value of 17 where the x is, and minus 9. So we know the measure of angle DBC is 110. The measure of angle DBC is 110 degrees. And we know that we're correct because we know that these two angles have to sum to 180, and 70 plus 110 is 180.